Hello and welcome to another episode of Making Diablo clone in Lisp. So today we're going to be implementing this pretty huge thing. We are going to be working on isometric coordinates mathematics, which are kinda completely, not completely right in my game, but yeah, there are some problems. We're going to be fixing those. So yeah, I have no idea why I have this cursor spinning, but yeah, here we go. So probably the first thing I want to do is to, well, just tick off this thing from roadmap, which I actually did the last stream. So I've implemented the target indicator. But yeah, about that, yeah, let me just switch my HD-ish mind to this thing. So the thing is, yeah, I've implemented this nice target indicator, so whether you click so that your character moves to some position in a world, you have this like little screen. As you can see, this like the screen that gets smaller and smaller with every moment. So this, the size of this circle is actually, well, it's hard-coded, the delta between each frame. So basically this thing kinda relates to the FPS value. So this would work different on different machines with different FPS. So first of all, I wanted to fix that. So let me just switch and see. Yeah, okay, so the idea is that I have some variable, what was it? Like, yeah, target indicator size. So I just want to change it slightly differently. Yeah, I had this idea. So yeah, right now I'm just removing one from the size of this indicator. That's not really nice. So I want to relate it to the to the speed between or rather the time between the frames. So for that I had some global variable, I can't recall which one, like frame delta something, frame delta, no, delta something, something delta time. Yeah, that was it. So I want to probably remove some value that's related to that, but then this thing should become float, right? So right now it is fixed num, I want it to be float. So let's change that then. So I have that as 0. So first of all we want that, and then we want type, let's say double float, right? Because, wait a sec, because the type of delta time should be delta float, I guess. It should be. Oops, wait, what? Why? How? What? Why? I was obviously referring to D2C delta time, thank you very much. The function. Oh yeah, type off, yeah, sorry. Type off, come on. Double float, yeah. So I want double float here as well. And then we recompile that, we got this warning about the... Wait, what? The slot target indicator size does not have a suitable default and no value was provided for it. Are you kidding me? I've provided... Oh, wait, yeah, 0. I want double, not single float. Okay. Right, we get it. So then I want to accordingly change this thing. So instead of ceiling, I want to just probably divide it over 2. Right, what would be the type, like if I divide some integer over other integer, what would happen? 32, yeah, it's integer as well. And what if I set f this thing, for instance, to this thing? Would that work? Nope, it's 32, not a double float. Obvious. So how can I convert those? I kind of forgot, which again is embarrassing for me as a Lisper. Do I just call double float? I don't think I do. Nope. So, oops. Yeah, okay, I would have to Google that, which is again embarrassing. So I think I wanna common Lisp cookbook, cookbook about numbers. There was this nice, beautiful thing about that. So no, not that. I think that one. Yeah, right. So I wanna convert like to double, right? Type of blah blah blah. Type of. So how do I floating point errors? Do I just call curse? I mean, is that like the proper way? Yeah, I guess it probably is curse. Convert subjects from one type to another, including numeric types. Okay, let's do that. So then, like, curse. How do I call it again? Object output type spec. Oops. Yeah, I guess like that. Yeah, right. Ceiling. Do I just? Yeah, I guess I would just divide. So, curse divide tile height over 2, and then curse that to double float. Okay, right, got it. Yeah, right, that's the English stream for today. Hello. Right, so now I got that here as double float, and then where was that? Target indicator size. So yeah, I want to change that, and then what's next? And the next thing would be, yeah, 0p. Would 0p work on double floats? So for instance, like 1 and then on 0. Yeah, that might be kind of lucky, because yeah, plus p, I would have to be kind of cautious about the maths here, but whatever. Alright, so then not NDTP blah blah blah, target, okay, target indicator size, target indicator size, add ellipse. So then for this ellipse, what do I have here? Rx and Ry, right? And then I'll convert them to float. Oh, god damn it. So, yeah, probably. I mean, this should work, right? If I convert just double to float. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. I mean, the thing with doubles and floats is another large thing, which I would be fixing probably sometime later. So I guess I'm good here, and the only thing left is that. So, so I guess what I want to do is operation called clamp, right? So how do I clamp function? Where is it defined? Alexandria. Yeah, of course, Alexandria. So, number of min-max clamps the number into min-max range, returns min, blah 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 blah, greater than max, or that returns number. Huh. It's not entirely what I want to do. I actually want to just like subtract some value, and then if it's lower than 0, just set it to 0, right? So how do I do that nicely? Tutorial, goddammit, they have a lot of stuff here, but not what I'm needing. Okay, I would just code that. Right, so first of all, yes, setf, blah 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 blah. So I guess when, yeah, when non-zero, so like if I call plus p on this 0, it would be nil, right? But if I call it on some non-negative, so a positive number, it would be true. Yeah, okay. So the same condition goes here, but then, yeah, I guess I could just do the trick with min, right? I mean, does min work as I think it works? Numbers. So like min of, I don't know, minus, no, I wanna max, right? I wanna max between 0 and some like other numbers. So then if it's negative, I get 0, yeah, right. So I'm gonna set off this thing to maximum of 0 and like what? Like probably I wanna subtract from target indicator size. No, target indicator size. I wanna subtract this delta time, right? Yeah, something like that. Oh, what? Yeah, okay. So let's see if that works. I mean, it should. Most probably. Right in the game. Oops, nope. What the fuck? Memory fault error. That is something. And the background's error printing seemed pack. What the actual fuck? Error printing. God damn it. That's yeah, that's rough. So I probably want to expect this actual value of player system, right? So that would be player system in target indicator size, this one. And then I want to inspect player system. That's kind of valid, right? So how come I'm not quite sure. So this calls at the back ellipse, right? Nil nil blah blah blah. Error print an object. What the fuck? Oh, I believe I know what happens here. Yeah, and probably recompiling the whole thing would do the trick. Although I'm not entirely sure. So I would have to remove my cache files, like object files or whatever you call them. Yeah, those ones. And then, yeah, start the whole thing again. God damn it. So, demo, yeah, it should work, I believe. I mean, that's only just non-integer sizes of circles, right? Oops, what the fuck? The value is 16 time fixed num and the back ellipse. Oh, I guess it expects a fixed nums, right? But why would it? Because, yeah, like sizes here, should they be floating point or should they be integers? I mean, I'm relying on function from Allegro called al something about circle. Yeah, al draw circle. This one. So it takes all of those. Oh no, not circle, the ellipse. Al draw ellipse. So it takes all floats, right? So I'm not really expecting. I don't really. I don't have to expect all of the floats here, right? Oof, I'm not sure at this point. So okay, let's do it like that. So debug system, right? So if we are converting those things to floats, then we could expect any number, right? Because I believe number is like the basic class for. Oops. No. How do I? No. I wanna help on this topic. Cancel dash. Nope. Seriously though, why cancel dash is not working? Number, what the fuck? Okay. What if I switch here and space HD number? Yeah, here it works for some reason. So the type number contains objects that represents mathematical numbers. The types real and complex are disjoint subtypes. The function blah 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 blah. Differs from mathematics and some naming issues. Blah 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 blah. The type real, time complex, and disjoint. Okay, what about fixed num though? Yeah, probably I should Google about that too. and yeah, search about like those classes, right? So reach set, yeah, no shit. So floating point types. I want to see the whole like child parent relationship picture. So yeah, common Lisp integer types. Probably pictures. Not exactly helping. Oh, I think this one might be true. Okay, so number. Then we got real, and from real we got rational and float, which we have here, and then from rational we got integer, and from integer fixed num. Okay, so the most usable type here probably would be real, right? So it could be both integer, like fixed num, or it could be float. So yeah, let's change the types here to real. So entity is of course fixed num, but then x would be real, and then y would be real, and then rx and ry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, whatever. So we recompile that, and then where do we call that crap? I guess here. A lot of warnings, but whatever. So let's see if that would work now. It most definitely should. Yeah, although it's not. Oh, it's just very slowly. Yeah, getting to nil. Right. Okay, so I want to bump up speed a bit of this process. So let's multiply delta time by some constant, which we would call something like some constant, yeah, the f constant, which we would call, I'm not sure, target indicator decay speed or something. Decay. Is that a decay, really? I mean, I'm not, yeah, my English failing me again. Decay, yeah, not really good. Decrease, yeah, decrease would be better word, probably. Decrease, yeah, let's leave it like that. So target indicator, decrease speed, and let's set it, I don't know, to 10 float or double. Yeah, so I got that, and then let's just multiply that stuff. Where was it? Yeah, here. So we want minus that from, yeah, multiplication of that by that. Okay. And of course I'm not fitting into 80 columns again. So minus, yeah, something like that. So now it should be a little bit faster. Just a little bit. Yeah, probably a bit, even a bit faster, like 20, for instance. Yeah, go ahead and change the value. Don't be dramatic about that. Damn it. Yeah, probably I could have done that without restarting the game, which is like the whole idea of this REPL-driven development. Alrighty. Yeah, still a bit slowish, I guess. But yeah, let's leave it like that. I was wondering why is fixedNum called fixedNum. For what I understand, it's meant as an integer that can fit in RIX or something for optimization, etc. Yeah, fixedNum, fixed number. Yeah, I believe the idea is that it could fit into the machine word on your architecture. So yeah, basically in RIX. Well, minus the bits needed for the runtime, for the type tag or whatever. But yeah, I guess the idea is is that it could fix. Yeah, my English is not entirely perfect. So is it like fast enough with this decreasing thing? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so let me commit that stuff, and yeah. Okay, thanks. So I gotta change in this, no, not in README, in roadmap. So in roadmap document, I believe I should like strike out this or something. How do I do that? So like in org mode, strike through, I believe. Strike through. No, what's the actual markup? Or can I just use some bulleted list or whatever? So org mode bulleted list. Plain lists. Description. No, that's not what I'm meaning by those. Multi-level ordered, plain list, bulleted, not bulleted, but how do I, like, to-do list? To-do items, to-do basics. No, that's not also the thing that I want, because it would be just words to do and done. Oh yeah, it might do the trick, actually. It kinda, yeah, tick off lists. Yeah, that's what I want. So those things, right? Okay, let me try those. So like that? Oh, it even draws some like interface here, so I can click the mouse. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, so blah 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 blah. So let me see how that would look in HTML. How do I export it again? Control E, yeah, HH. So I gotta open. God damn it. Dev, yeah, this one, and then here roadmap. So it's not working. And there's no any ticks or whatever. Now what if I put X here? What would happen then? Where's the... God damn it. Oh, yeah. I learned about those checkboxes today, too. They can be checked with Control-C, Control-C. Oh, that's interesting. Let me try. Oh, that's fun. Okay, but how do I... Yeah, they're already ticked. God damn it. Oh, that's weird. Huh. It kinda thinks that this item is kinda related for some reason. Yeah, weird thing. But, yeah, I want it to be rendered a bit more nicely. Yeah, but I guess I won't get that. So do I just... Yeah, I believe I would be better with just striking through. I mean, it would be more visible, or how do I put it? So yeah, strike through markup. Strike through color, like this text with pluses. Okay, so I want to remove those things. And then just strike through this thing. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. So then Control-C, Control-E. Damn it, I've closed it again. Yeah, okay, that would do. Okay, awesome, cool. So let me commit that then. So where was I? Yeah, first of all, this thing, and then in player system, yeah, now this is not a fixed number, the double float, and then we got a split of this, and then we do that. Right. And then we do that. Okay, cool. So what do I write in commit message? I guess minor tweaks. So minor tweaks to target indicator. Target indicator, yeah. Yeah, like that. Okay, so now to the actual thing for today's stream, which would be fixing the isometric maps. Yeah, first of all, I believe I gotta just stash all of that crap, right? And restart. Ooh, yeah, do I really need to commit those? I believe I don't. Let me see what happened here. Oh, the bug target, I forget that. God damn it, I gotta force push. Yeah, I definitely gotta force push. So, let me see. I wanna stage that and then commit command. And then push -F. Yep. I believe no one noticed. God damn it, I gotta set the protected branches of damn GitLab. So, where was this repository? Something, yeah, default branch. No, not that. Protected branches. So, I'm gonna just remove allow to force push. Yep. So, is it saved? Or where is the save button? Do I just click? Yeah, weird. Okay, so let's try and push again. Yeah, okay. No one noticed. Right, let me remove that. Right, so what else do I have here? Yeah, this one is weird. What is that? Coordinate system. So where is that change? Yeah, here it is. Screen to isometric. Yeah, taking staggering into account. Well, spoiler alert, I'm going to remove staggering altogether, so I won't be even needing this, so whatever. Then this crap. Oh yeah, I probably want to kind of commit. Oh yeah, I don't want that. It's just the for debug, right? And then, god damn it, there are different key bindings for Magit. And then this -PHR. Oh yeah, probably I want that. RB, yeah, blah blah blah, whatever. So let me commit this tiny bit. So tiny optimization. Where is it? Stream rechar in character stream. Character stream. Or do I just use it as a type like that? In character stream char reading, whatever. So then what else do I have here? Yeah, map system. So I want to commit this bit. This is really important. And then what else? Mob system. Yeah, I kind of turned off mobs, and for some reason, yeah, they are not working even with this bit commented back. And player system, this terrible crap I was trying to debug. Right, sprite system, what's going on here? Oh yeah, that's also quite important change for how the sprites are rendered, so I gotta commit that too. And then yeah, some to do. So let me start with to do and add some to do. So next this important bit. So I believe it kinda fixes how the sprites actually have to be rendered, but I'm not entirely sure though. So this yeah, truncate width. So now I'm not even using the size of the tile in those calculations, right? So it is just it just corresponds to the side of the tile itself. Okay, so let me just switch to Sprite System and have a look at that. What's going on there? Yeah, here. Visible P, X0, Y0. So where am I using those? Yeah, that's where I draw the sprite, right? X0, Y0. Height. What is height? Yeah, the height of the sprite. So now instead of kinda taking into account the size of the tile, I'm just taking into account the size of the sprite itself. And I just kinda center in this sprite and draw it like precisely at its center, right? Yeah, so it's like 3/4 of height and then a half. Right. Yeah, I believe that thing is kinda right. So yeah, I gotta commit that. Not yet, that's the part of starting to fix the isometric coordinate maths, right? So how do I formulate that? Fix coordinates where fix like screen coordinates where screen coordinates maths. No, like screen coordinates. God damn it! How do I formulate that? Screen coordinates of sprite's geometric center, right? Geometric center to draw it from. Yeah, I'm just stopping to make sense. Well, first of all, fixed screen coordinates of sprite. Yeah, like fixed sprite's screen coordinates. Sprite's screen coordinates maths. Yeah, let's put it like that. Yeah. Okay, and then we got this really important bit, which is, yeah, this bit basically allows for like any object to be set in the map editor and being loaded as, well, the actual game object. So like this is the thing I also made, I reckon, at the end of last year. So it's like those, oh goddammit, that's big. So it's like those little object things, whatever, in which I put just a custom property called object, and here goes just the specification of that object. I mean, it's not entirely elegant, but it's kind of nice. You kind of can specify all of the components of some object, and then it would be created at precisely this like location. So you can kind of put those right in the map without specifying those in the code, which is cool, I think. Okay, so I gotta commit that. Yeah, the only problem here is, again, the coordinates. So let me switch to hello. Right, so let me switch to map system. Yeah, where was it? Whoa, that's a lot of code. Where the heck? Oh yeah, here we go. So take into account maps location coordinate, whatever that is. Maps locate. Oh yeah, it's like where the map bit starts, I guess. So yeah, those calculations probably would be changed as well. So I'm gonna just commit that for now. Okay, so first of all I gotta make that fit into 80 columns. Right, object spec get hash object. Yeah, I'm not really liking this, but whatever. So length equals 0. I mean, isn't it like some predicate for lists to be empty, like empty p? Oh, it's a generic. But does it work for lists? Yeah, it works. Huh, but it is generic. Or is it? Alexandria sequences. The fuck? Okay, let me just Google that. MTP common Lisp. MTP. Nope. Automatic empty sequence and then practical use. Damn it. Google is being shit lately. What does suffix p mean? Yeah, like I don't know. There defines. Oh yeah, so it's like not standard, right? It's like from Alexandria, I guess. But why Emacs shows me some stuff from here, like sequence.lisp? What's that? Sequence MTP. Null. Oh yeah, null. So I can just use null, right? Null. That? Oh yeah, okay. And then for some list it would be so instead of length equals 0, it would be that. Okay, so let me kinda see which is more performant, because yeah, I'm kinda obsessed a bit about the performance. So I gotta search the history for that thing. Yeah, so that would be lambda with some, with some optimized declarations. Yeah, like that, but yeah, this one. So declare type string s. Yeah, instead of string we would have list called s, speed 3, safety 0, debug 0, space 0, compilation speed 0. So length equals 0s. Okay, so let's see what happens with that. Yeah, I can see some indirect memory reference here. Set NE. What set NE is? Sets the byte in the operand to 1 if the 0 flag is clear, and the right sets the operand to 0. Okay, 0 bit. Right, move ZX in the X deal. Okay, whatever. Let's have a look at the other one, at null S. And yeah, it's kinda similar, but a bit smaller, right? Probably because of the fiddling with the nil constant, right? So yeah, I gotta change that to null. So unless so length equals 0 is the same as null, right? Let me just quickly recheck because I'm being stupid. So something like that, and then if we change that to null, yeah, the same. Do you like assembler? Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely liking it because it would take ages to write some program using assembler. But yeah, I'm kinda fond of it. Okay, now make, yeah, whatever to do. So coordinate, right, that's a huge crap here. So first of all, I don't want a print, right? And then, so cars, what's going on here? Yeah, right, and then this print I don't need. Okay, but still too big. So what I wanna do is X cars double float, something like that, and then cars that to double float. So this is kind of huge change, as a matter of fact, because yeah, it kind of changes how one can create new maps for the game. So I gotta even add that to the changelog, right? So move and target here, whatever. So what would that be? Yeah, that would be added, right? Right. So added ability to add, how do I put it? To load game objects, right? Because this thing kind of loads game object, it calls make object. So I have the ability to load game objects from tiled, goddammit, tiled, how this thing is called again? Insert point. So this is what? A point? Objects. So objects, and this is seemingly a point, right? Yeah, and if I add this, no, it's not a point, it's a circle. And this is a polyline, right? Yeah, right. And then this one is a rectangle. Awesome. So from, I guess, nope. How do I? God damn it! What am I doing? So how do I change to? Yeah, whatever. So like from tiled objects, I reckon this thing is called, yeah, objects. From tiled objects. What have changed? Yeah, okay. From tiled objects. Yeah, that sounds not very nice. Ability to load game objects from tiled objects. Nah. Objects. Developers. Not ability to load. Yeah, let me reformulate that. So added ability to specify like parameters or components, to specify components, no, to specify yeah, to specify component data, because yeah, something like to specify yeah, I've lost my train of thought here. So now I kinda can add this point, which is tiled object. It's called object even inside the tiled file, I believe. And then, yeah, now I can add some game related parameters here of that object, like character speed, or I don't know, the mob and the name of that mob. How do I call that? Oh, and yeah, of course, being a bit ADHD-ish, I kinda have the idea about this parameter. Yeah, probably I can remove it from here by doing some defaults in Sprite file. God damn it, it's so hard to be me. So in Sprite System, I believe, so I have this initially toggled, whatever, initially toggled, yeah. Okay, so I guess here I have some to do. So kinda load dash initially toggled from ASE file. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, now back to the question at hand. How do I formulate that in changelog? Add ability to specify component data within tiled object? No, the thing is that a tiled object is not the same thing as the in-game object. And now I've made it to be the same. kinda. So yeah, ability to load game objects from tiled objects. Yeah, whatever. Let's just leave it like that. So I gotta commit that. So this bit, right? For blah 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 with remove if something. Yeah, that's quite weird. Why am I calling remove if here? Oh, the coordinate. Still weird. Why would I remove? Oh yeah, that's in case I have some hard-coded coordinate here and the actual location of that object in the map should take precedence. So that's what I'm doing. But still, that's a weird code. Alright, so let's commit this bit. And then the changelog. Ability to load game objects from tiled objects. Right, so... And yeah, the commit message would be probably the same. So added ability to yeah, whatever, to load game objects from tiled objects. Objects from tiled objects. Alright. Cool. So now I guess, yeah, I gotta add this to do as well. Add it to do. And then I guess I can just stash all of that crap because I don't really need that. Right? Yeah, right. Wait a sec. Huh. Wait a second. I probably need that. What changes did it today? So I'm basically just committing, yeah, making some tidying up, just committing previous stuff. And then, yeah, I'm planning to do a big rewrite that would fix my coordinates. So yeah, I will just get back to that in a few minutes. Right, so where was I? This change, yeah. Is it this one? Refactoring. Yeah, kinda. Well, actually, more of a bit of rewrite and fixing my mathematics, which weren't correct. But they would be eventually. So okay, which line is that? Yeah, yes, it is this one. So screen to isometric. I've changed minus the plus. Oh yeah, that's the idea with staggering. So I've changed the staggering like orientation, but this wouldn't make more sense because yeah, I'm going to remove staggering. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and yeah, just stash all of that crap. So first of all, push that, and then how do I do stash again? I'm always forgetting. Was that X? Oh, is that right? So that's that. Work tree. Develop. How do I? Yeah, some debugging crap. Debug crap. Alright, so now I got the nice and clean like working directory, so I can start with actual change for today. So the idea for today's stream is that I have yeah, right, I name any rewriting existing code with saving and extending functionality as refactoring. Yeah, I see. Saving and extending functionality. Yeah, the thing is, I'm kind of fixing thing that is slightly broken, so probably in the classic sense it's not refactoring per se, but yeah, you could call that refactoring. Yeah, so the idea is that I'm using here Untitled in my map editor, well, not my map editor, but the one I'm using. I'm using this specific orientation for the map. So let me go to map properties. Yeah, and this orientation is called Isometric Staggered. And this staggering is related to the notion of those even and odd rows of tiles, which are kind of staggered half the tile left and right. And then you get this thing, and because of that, you can have nice, like, rectangular bits of the map, or like the whole map is rectangular, which might be nice, I guess. But the huge problem with that is that it slightly breaks the mathematics when you have some kind of objects or units which move between the actual tiles, because you have to kind of take into account this like movement from the even row to odd row, and it makes mathematics really complicated, and I really don't want to go there. So the idea is that I could just change to another orientation type, which is just isometric. And yeah, the thing is that it kinda really different. It is so the whole map is kinda this huge rhomb. Am I pronouncing that correct? Rhombus, rhomb, whatever. So yeah, this would change a lot in the code, but this would be actually right. And in fact, this is the way as it is done in actual Diablo 2. So yeah, I'm going to do just that. Yeah, and some of my friends showed me that thing and, well, helped me to understand this topic. So yeah, thanks him for that. I'm going to mention him in the commit message. Right, I installed tiled, just install tiled. Yeah, okay, right. I mean, this thing is amazing. I mean, it could make isometric maps, it could make just regular orthogonal maps for like your 2D, like whatever, how do you call it, platformers or whatever. So it's basically universal, and it saves its data in XML, which you could parse it in any language. Rhombus. Okay, thanks. Right, so let's do this. I guess first of all I gotta have some test map, because, well, by changing orientation I got that. It's like, it's not making any sense at all. Right, so let me just change that back and create a new one. A new map, and let's have, yeah, the orientation isometric. Layer format. By the way, which formats am I supporting? I kind of forgot. I reckon I do support base 64. Yeah, I think I do. So the map, so instead of CSV, yeah, base 64. Yeah, let me just dive into the code to be sure. So tiled Lisp. I like XML and raw tables, but don't like JSON and INI. Yeah, I mean, they all are basically just the same. Goddammit, how do I did that? Yeah, they are basically just like the more or less the same thing. Like in the end, you have just like these keys and values, and then sometimes you have those, how do I put it, like related to one another. You have like parent set of keys and values and child keys and values, whatever. So it's, yeah, it's all the same shit to me. Right, so which types of those compression am I supporting in my code? Let's just search for, yeah, base 64. So base 64 and then CSV, and then that's it. Okay, so I'm supporting base 64 and CSV, and as I'm seeing here, yeah, I'm supporting compression as well. Awesome, so let's go with that. So base 64 zlib compressed. Yeah, zlib. And also we have z standard here, which is interesting, but probably I wouldn't have such huge maps that would need z standard compression. Okay, the render order. Which one is that? I'm not... Oh yeah, isometric. So... I'm not sure. Of course they're the same. looks like boat is broken. Yeah, I'm not really having a boat, as a matter of fact. And yeah, hello. You mean this pretzel rocks? It looks like it's working just fine. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Right, so I'm not sure what a render order is, so I guess I would just try all of those. I guess, one moment. So the width would be 64 pixels, and then the size, yeah, let's have 100 by 100, not infinite. Right down. Right. Okay, here I was having left up. Huh. Okay, let's try this one. So let's call it map ISO, something like that. What the actual fuck? I've set it to just isometric without staggering. God damn it. Okay, let's have a new map. SQLite is kind of cool for custom file formats, maybe like JSON plus ACID and SQL for free, but overkill for simple stuff. Yeah, it's overkill, but on the other hand, yeah, sometimes it just looks, I mean, kind of cool, so that you have, you can have like the history of, I mean, if you store in some configuration in your SQLite file, and then you can have like history of your changes of that config. That might be neat. Right, so let me, yeah, go to isometric, base 64, write down. Okay, so write down it is. Let's save it to map ISO, yeah, replace. Okay, we have it. So what is going on here? How write down is different from, let's say, write up or left down? I'm not really seeing any difference here. Ooh, yeah, okay. CSV. Yeah, by the way, I wasn't really testing base 64, I believe. Yes, I gotta test that. Okay, so is there any like built-in help? Okay. So first of all, the compression level. So let's search for that. Compression level. What does -1 mean? Compression level, blah blah blah, defaults to -1, which means to use the algorithm default. Okay, will work for me. So, what is the render order? Render order. Where was it? I'm kinda missing. Oh yeah, the order in which tiles on tile layers are rendered. Valid values are right down, the default. Right up, left down, and left up. In all cases, the map is drawn row by row, only separated for orthogonal maps and the moments, so it doesn't make any difference for me. Okay. Nice. So this doesn't mean anything at all. So now what I want to do is I want to copy this nice tile set, but I'm not sure I actually can do that. Can I just, I mean, I'm not supporting external tile sets, so it should be kind of embedded into. Okay, let me do the trick. Let me just copy that inside the file itself. So let me open that file, game dev, kit, resources, I guess map, yeah, maps, map tmx, and then, yeah, this is one where I'm having this old tile set, which I want to copy. And then in this new map ISO, I believe. Yeah, this one, compression, whatever. So now I gotta find this tile set and just copy it, right? How do I... Okay, tile set. Right, so I got some properties here as well. Clients, yeah, something. Kinda a lot of properties. What else? Oops. Tile set. Alright, let's just copy this whole thing then. Set, blah blah blah. So I guess it goes like here, right? Okay, so let's now try and open that in tiled and see if it would bark at that file. Yep, it works. Nice, cool, amazing. Right, so now I want to kind of fill it, right? So I want to take some random tiles for the grass. How do I... it's not very convenient with that thing, which is screen key. Yeah, like that. So I'm gonna select all of those and just press some random button here, random mode, and then yeah, I gotta press something else to just fill everything. Oh yeah, terrain fill mode, is that it? How is that even working? I reckon I made that work somehow. Terrain fill mode. Okay. Terrain fill mode. Tiled. Using terrains. Terrain fill mode. Stem brush, bucket fill tool, and a shape fill tool have a terrain fill mode. Oh, I see. Random terrain. So I gotta pick some other tool like this one. Right? And then pew. No? No. God damn it. And what if I... Nope. Weird. Why? Oh, how do I... Yeah, that's also weird. So how the heck do I feel that thing? I reckon I was... Oh yeah, terrain brush. So... It's not... Probably I should select a layer, right? Layers. Layer 1. Okay. So if I'm using single one, it works. But then, yeah, if I select multiple tiles and then try and fill that. Terrain brush, bucket fill, wait. The stem brush, bucket fill tool, and the shape fill tool. The stamp, the bucket fill tool. So I'm selecting the bucket fill tool. Oh, that's how it works. And why it wasn't working with that mode? Weird. That's... Oh, wait a sec. What is going on? How? Weird. That's... Oh, okay. Right, let's settle with that. So I guess I also want to replicate the names of the tiles I got. So let's name this one, I guess, grass, right? I mean, why? What is on my grass and ground? Oh. Huh, so I'm having the grass, the actual grass on the ground layer, which is not entirely correct. We are way too fast for the tiled. Yeah, probably a little bit. Alright, so let's rename that layer to grass, because, well, it contains the actual grass. And that would be the lowest layer, right? And then, yeah, let me just redo all of that back. Okay, so then, what do I have next? Ground. Okay, what does that mean? I can't quite remember. Ground. I reckon in my map system I'm doing something different for ground layers. Yeah, ground layer piece. So what is done differently for a ground layer? The ground layer piece. Oh, yeah, the order of the drawing. Yeah, okay, let's have it at ground. So wait a sec. How do I call the actual property? Yeah, the ground without the question mark. So in custom properties we have ground. Property bool. Is it bool? Yeah, bool. So ground it is. Okay, nice. So then the actual ground, which would have some like rocks and locks and whatever. So yeah, the ground. And it also would have this flag, right? Yes, ground. Yeah, this all is weird. All right. So ground. Bool, and yeah, let's set it to true as well. Okay, so let's drop some rocks or something, and I'm not even sure where should I. Okay, so where is 0, 0? Where is the actual? Yeah, so it is at the top of rhombus. All right, and then this is 0 and 99, and this one is 99, 0. Wait, what? Right, so if I'm moving within the row, okay, this will be weird. I'm definitely sure about that. Okay, let's drop some rocks or whatever. Something, I don't know, like that. Oops. So let's put it here. Why? Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, probably I wanna undo because hide layer, the property. No, I don't want to undo that. Yeah, I want to select the ground layer. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to just stamp, right? So like here, and then this one here, and probably this here. And I believe all of those have like property, where's that property which makes them not walkable, right? Where was that? Yeah, collides. Probably I should rename this property, but yeah, the thing is you can't walk over that tile. Oh, wait a sec, I forgot the thing above, because those things are kind of twofold, so to speak. So something like that, and then this thing on top, and then I don't know, this and this on top, and something like this, and then this thing on top. Okay, cool. So let's make this visible back. Okay, this probably would be enough for the testing. So let's try that. Alright, so what do we do? Map ISO. Okay, so I guess in DTCloneKit.Lisp, which specifies those objects, I should rename the map to map ISO, I believe. Like that. And then what else? Yeah, probably I should comment this spider end, camera player, okay, and then load that from map. Yeah, I already done that. Also store initial player position. Yeah. Load that from map file. Well, I'm not loading everything from map file because yeah, I gotta have the camera and the player somewhere. So yeah, that would need some additional effort later. But anyway, so map ISO, I'm loading that at 0, so yeah, let's try that. So of course it would fail because it would say that the map type is not supported, so let's maybe change that. Supported, yeah, like I want to replace non-staggered by staggered, and then yeah, only tiled map orientation. Orientation symbol staggered. So I believe this should be isometric. Yeah, let's just have a look in editors. So yeah, and then map ISO. Where was it? Right. So what do I have here? Orientation isometric. Yeah, and here staggered. Okay. So then yeah, only isometric maps supported. Isometric maps are supported, but yeah, whatever. And then stagger axis, so I don't even have that now. All right, let's recompile that and try and start it, but nothing good will come out of it. It would probably crash or something, or draw some crap. Yeah, right, only isometric maps support it. Oh, that's because I have different map files, right? Right, okay, this is tricky. So probably I wanna just go ahead and, well, kinda move it somewhere. Move those maps. Whoa, it even draws the preview, which is really weird. But cool. So let's probably make some folder. I'm not sure it wouldn't load those maps though. But yeah, let's try. So I'm gonna close that, and do I close that? Yeah, probably not. So then all of those maps I would move here to Alt. Alright, let's see if that would do the trick. Oh yeah, it did the trick. Which is weird again, but yeah, the thing is that resources are kind of loaded from only single level of, well, how do I call it, folder, whatever. So yeah, failed to open maps map tmx, but I wasn't referring to maps map tmx, right? What the actual fuck? Initialize instance. So why, yeah, make component, make object, why? Oh, I see. I guess, no, wait, coordinate 0, map prefab. Ah, I haven't recompiled the thing, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Oh! That is really weird, because I wasn't expecting that at all. Yeah, the thing is that I'm still drawing those like if those things were isometric staggered, but in reality they don't. I want to see the same romp as I'm seeing in tiled. Okay, so I gotta probably rewrite the whole method for drawing the map objects. Okay, let's do that. Let's do just that. Alright, so map system, make prefab, blah blah blah, so I probably only want to touch system draw, and this is huge. Oh, this would take some time. This would totally make some time. Okay, so let's start it anew. Def method, goddammit. Def method, system draw, yeah, probably I should have copied that. Right. So, what would be going on here? Yeah, the very basic thing is that I'm going through all of the coordinates. Sorry, all of the components. And your target. Now don't shift between tiles. Yeah, right, but I would get back to that later, because that would be even harder to fix. I mean, the whole thing would be scattered throughout the code, so yeah. Okay, so the drawing, right? So I gotta go through all of the chunks, map chunks, yeah, so with map chunks it is. Yeah, and probably I would try to write this code a little less crappy this time, and so this wouldn't be this kinda this lot. Yeah, because this is kinda not readable, like, at all. So yeah, I gotta be more terse at writing the code. So right, with map chunks. So what do we do with map chunks? So this macro, I reckon it... What does it do? yeah, the body. So it adds some variables. I kinda can't recall which ones. Oh yeah, but it probably wasn't jumping around visibly previously, I mean. So, I mean, you wouldn't see the change like right away without like using screen magnifier and whatever. So yeah. Right. So what does this macro expand to? How do I Control C enter? Nope. Like that. Yeah. Right. So it declares. What does it declare? Tiled map tiles. So those are just variables. Those are just fields of a current map chunk, right? Right, so where do I have this map chunk? Yeah, this one here. So let me have it between my eyes here. Right, with map chunks. Tile map, tiles, simple vector, tile ID to map tile set. What is map tile set? Oof. This is going to be hard. Tiles properties, sprite batches. Oof. Debug entities. What are sprite batches? Push entity, sprite batches. So those are some entities of some, well, sprite batches. Which do what exactly? Oh yeah, probably those are, well, related to the tile sets. Okay. Right, so how do I draw this thing? So first of all, I have those sprite batches, right? So where was I drawing them previously? Add sprite index to batch, right? Right. Set. Right. Aref tiles tile index. Right. Add sprite index to batch. Set. Okay, so let me just copy this bit. It's kind of the pivotal here. Ooh. God damn it. Can you? Yeah, okay. So tile set, aref tiles, tile index. So tiles are those ones, right? Tiles, tile ID to map tile set. Okay, I got it. Right. So this should be inside of the loop, which goes through the tiles. Oh, I also have to go through the layers. God damn it. Okay. All right. Well, let me just try and focus. So I also want the object layer, right? Objects. And then, just as here, I want, yeah, stuff and more stuff. That's fun. Okay, let's just have stuff. Right. So those layers have priorities, and I wanted to, yeah, loop through those layers. Right, so I believe this is the loop that I want. Oh boy, oh boy. Right, so let's copy that bit. So we loop through layers, right? Loop with layer count equals that. Oops. So from call from row. Okay, this is where it is getting weirder. For layer across tail map layers. Why do I need layer count then? Wait. Layer count. Oh. Oh, right. I'm using it to calculate the order, right? Man. Okay. So then this layer. With layer count. What's going on here? Layer count for a layer to call the row. Tile layer height. Yeah, I do have a chance to rewrite it a bit nicer, but this chance is slim. Okay, so this next loop goes through what exactly? It goes through the actual tiles in the layer. Okay. Alright, why am I calculating those from colon, from row? It's weird. I mean, it's invariant to this loop. It could be calculated like above, but whatever. Start X, chunk X, god damn it. Okay, so the other important bit is the coordinate of the map chunk, right? So where am I using that? The map chunks, the list. Oh, right. Probably I want that as well. Oh well, okay. So where was it? Yeah, with coordinate. Here we go. So I wish it would be clearer way to kinda like reference all of the like parameters from required components for some given entity. So I don't have to use that chain of like macroses first with the map chunks and then with coordinate and then whatever. But yeah, I gotta just go with that. So yeah, I obviously have to rename those coordinates. So chunk ortho x. Ortho x. I mean, am I even dealing with any like isometric coordinates explicitly? I mean, those 0, whatever, 0, 0. Oh yeah, I believe they are isometric, aren't they? 0 and then 1, 1, 3, 3. So if those would be orthogonal, it would be a diagonal, right? But here it is straight lines. So yeah, those numbers are isometric. Okay, all right. Chunk ortho x. Probably I should just rename them to chunk x, or yeah, I don't know. Let's just keep it like that so that I'm not yeah, mistaken here. So we got this coordinate, right? So what we're gonna do with every layer, right? We gotta, what we gotta do? So with every layer, we gotta loop through the tiles, right? With okay, so here we got a layer, and then we got this loop for the tiles. Wait, there's even another loop here for some reason. For row from oh, the first one is for rows and the second for the columns, right? Can I write this loop nicer so that I can have some kind of Cartesian product for like columns and rows? How do I do that? I mean, loop is not I mean, if you specify two counters in loop, it wouldn't be the Cartesian product. It would be just straight like 0, 0 and then 1, 1 and then 2, 2, etc. So yeah, common Lisp loop Cartesian product. How do I generate here in Lisp? Okay. For yeah, I don't want nested loops, right? Well, how do I do that without a nested loop? Please. Loops and routine, whatever. It isn't product of two or more lists. Oh, sorry, lists. Yeah, and I recently discovered that code on this site, Rosetta Code, is actually licensed under very restrictive license, like GPL or something. So yeah, you should be careful with that. Okay, let's go. Where do we have common Lisp? Right, Cartesian product loop. Yeah, that's just modifying list and then nested loop. God damn it. Extra credit. If no list loop loop. Yeah, again, the same thing. God damn it. Common Lisp Cartesian product without nested loop. Yeah, Google probably wouldn't tell me anything about that. Lazy Cartesian product, arbitrary nested loops. I mean, it's not even for common Lisp. Nested map cars, Lisp, list comprehensions, Cartesian product. Probably I should just open the what's called the cookbook for lists, or rather for loops. Loops. Loop iteration mapping, yeah, that's the one. Wait, what's going on here? Wow. Plan. Cartesian product, if equal map car, flatten, reduce. Ooh, that's even worse than nested loop. I mean, those constructs in common Lisp, they never work effectively, I believe. Improvements. What's going on here? Cartesian product, result, font, map car, reduce. Ugh. Python, yeah, sure. Haskell, whatever. Okay. Looping forever. Return a fixed number of times and infinite number of times cycle over a cycle list. Iterate looping over a list. Looping over a vector or a hash table or two lists in parallel. Well, yeah, that's the exact opposite of what I need. I mean, what if I even search for Cartesian? Yeah, of course not. Of course not. So, mapcan, nested loops. Return a flat list, blah blah blah, iterate. Yeah, iterate also uses the nested loop. And yeah, series, collect, mapping, collect, yeah, sure. Oh, damn it. Loop with a counter. Steps, loops and conditionals. Series. Begin a loop with a clause initially. Terminate a loop with a test. Loop return a result. Named loops. An early exit. Loop named loop 1. I didn't know about that. Alright, but still, I kinda don't want to use the nested loop, right? And then loop shorthands for return. Count. Summation, destructuring. Generate unique features locking in loop. No rigid order for clauses. Accumulating binders. Control flow, generators, variable backtracking. What? Allow us to get the previous value of variable. Huh, that's interesting. More clauses and string, loop offers collecting blah blah blah. Iterate blah blah blah. Iterate is extensible, yeah sure. Custom series scanners. Shortest series expressions, loop gotchas. Crap, I want to do this nice this time. Loop comprehensions. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Cartesian product, that's exactly what I want. So how do I do that in Lisp? Clojure has such a thing. Oh, yeah, okay, there was some link, I believe. So let me just... Thanks, mate. I gotta check that out. Okay. When I had this problem, I just wrote my own macro, but I'm interested in what you find. Okay, let me search a little further. Okay, so first of all, what does Clojure have? Clojure, Cartesian product. Cartesian product in Clojure. Empty cons. Macro expand. Yeah, some kind of a macro, which in turn does nested loop, I believe. Math combinatorics. Yeah, sure. Cartesian product, lazy sequences, combinatorial functions. Cartesian product. Should I just have a look at how this is done in Clojure? So, okay, let me just try and open some Clojure project and yeah, try that. Come on, goddammit. Okay, so Cartesian product. Wait, what's the definition? Oh, so it is in Clojure math combinatorics. Oh, yeah. But still. Clojure math. Come on, why it is not auto suggesting stuff? It's weird. Clojure math combinatorics. Is that third-party library which I should install separately? Yeah, probably I should. Yep. Stuff like for X and range, Y. Okay, 4 and then Y. Yeah, I recall that thing. So yeah, let me just copy your code here. Example. Right. But that works because 4 is specifically made to be like that. So how do I? God damn it. Right, list comprehension. Because, yeah, that's specifically a list comprehension. Takes a vector blah blah blah, each followed blah blah blah, yields a lazy sequence of evaluations of expert collections blah blah blah, iterated in a nested fashion. Yeah, right. Right, most, fastest. And nested blah blah blah, refer to bindings blah blah blah. Right, so just out of curiosity, this is a macro, right? Or is it a special form? Damn it. Emacs keeps acting out. Right, so if I go to definition on that, why it keeps doing that? God damn it. I mean, this recent update wasn't for good. Right, let me just type it somewhere here, and then it works. I mean, it's just a crappy way it works. Wow, that's a lot of stuff here. Let's have a look at macro expansion then. So if I do that, what the fuck? God damn it. So if I press space, what was it? Control-C, Enter. Oh well, I better just do it manually. So macro expand 1, this thing. Alright, that's a lot of code. Let fn, wow, lazy sec, loop, and then another loop. So yeah, it just basically does nested loop. No. Alright, nested loop, right, the list monad. Alright. Open the map. What's going on here? The do notation. Oh no, monads. Yeah, right. That's exactly my thought. Because I still haven't learned Haskell. I'm just probably too dumb to do that anyway. The loop way to comprehensions. So, squares for nested comprehensions, the append clause is a friend. Well, I don't really need a list. I want a body that's executed for every couple of those things. Yeah, well, probably sometimes you could just find some time and actually learn it. Right, so filtering is also easy. Line close. The list of macro for list comprehensions. Relatively simple macro called list of macro, right? What if I Google something for common Lisp nested loop? Nested loop using loop macro. The collect clause doesn't affect blah blah blah. Yeah, nested loop in common Lisp. Yeah, it all revolves around collect and close, which I don't really need here in my case. Right. Return from a nested loops in common Lisp. It's not common Lisp. Oh yeah, he wants to convert that. Loop, yeah, nested loop. It is. So let me finally have a look at practical common Lisp, right? Practical common Lisp, the chapter about loop. Yeah, this one. So does it even mention a Cartesian prod? No, it does not. And something about nest. When conditional clauses are nested conditional return from nested lists. Yeah. Right. So probably not. Yeah, right. So what is going on in my case? In my case, I set some variables here, and then I do for row from this to this, and then I do another one, right? Another nested loop is just for column from this to this. So do I just make a macro for that? Yeah, probably this would make sense. But the thing is that I want to... Yeah, first of all, how would I call it? Something like loop 2D? Or like loop grid? Yeah, loop grid, something like that. And then in this loop grid, I want some variable, which would be looping, right? Yeah, something like row. Maybe I could even... Yeah, looking at that closure example, what do they have? They have like couples, right? They have a symbol and then a form with initializer and then another symbol, another form, right? Great. Right, so we could do some parentheses here. It's finally Gizmo word time. Probably not. I don't think so, yeah. Right, so I wanna loop for the first variable, right? So something like that for row. And I mean, I want to be able to use all of the loop gizmos here, like some of are they called? Type off or off type? Yeah, off type fix num and other crap. So yeah, and then yeah, from so probably I might get away with a list of lists, right? So for row of type fix num, for row, yeah, of type fix num, from like 0 up to, I don't know, 42. And then another one for call of type fix num or whatever. Fix num from 0 up to, I don't know, 1, 2. Yeah, and then goes the body. Print, or yeah, print row, print call. Right, so what's then? And then I also want some kind of like initial clauses for the loop itself, for the first like base loop, right? Oops, no, I wasn't going to do that, sorry. Okay, so I want to insert another line here, and then it would have some keywords for the initial loop, right? Like with data equals something, and then with, I don't know, like layer order equals 1, whatever. So this should go to the basic loop, to the base loop, right? So let me comment that, and yeah, that is how I want it to look, right? This makes sense. So yeah, let me just write this macro for all I want. I mean, I probably would only need this macro here, only write at this place of code. But yeah, probably I would use it somewhere later as well. Okay, it would be simple anyway. So def macro loop grid. So it would take. What it would take? Oh boy. So how do I make it take those lists? So common Lisp def macro lists. List macro to build a list of expression, blah blah blah. Def macro book macros. Right. Quote macro expand. Relation context. Optional key. Yeah, the thing is, I kind of want to put that into the rest arguments, I believe. Yeah. But I reckon it was some syntax for the things that are in parentheses and are being given to the macro, right? But I can't forget what was it for. Yeah, right. So what if I do just that? Rest keywords, not keywords, but how do I name it? Have no idea. What if I go to definition of the loop itself? So environment, rest, keywords and forms. Yeah, let's call it like that. Keywords and forms. Keywords and forms. All right. Oh yeah, and also body. All right. Would that work? I'm not sure. So in this, theoretically, this list of lists that I'm interested in would be the last argument of that, the last element of that, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just, let's just print that. I mean, not exactly that, but the rest of it. Not the rest, but the last. Do common Lisp have last? Oh, it kinda does. I mean, I'm being spoiled by Clojure, but does it work like I think it works? Yeah, it does. Weird. Okay, so the last of that, and then let's just return the body, right? How do I always keep forgetting the syntax. It probably should be that, I guess. Okay, compilation failed. What? Why? How? I mean, this is a back quote, right? What is going on? Comma not inside the back quote. But I am inside of a back quote. Here it is. The very first symbol. Okay, I seem to have to forgotten my macro foo. So let me open another macro of mine. Do I have something about body somewhere? Oh yeah, comma. It's the other way around. Alright. But still, body is not a well-formed backquote expression. Oh, fuck yourself. Not a well-formed. Why? Why though? Body. Dun, 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 dun. Weird. Probably I should just return the body as it is, right? I mean, for now. Okay. Compile time error. Body and rest are mutually exclusive. Yep, thought so. Damn it. Alright, so let's have only the body then, but then... Okay, so what if I call last with the argument of 2? Alright. Will do. So... And probably I could even destructure those, right? With destruction in bind, I believe, or... yeah, with destruction bind, most probably. So destructuring... God damn it. Destructuring bind. Lambda list. So the lambda list would be... What would that be? Okay, so I gotta work with just the rest on that list. So I gotta have the kind of variables, or how do I call it, grid access. Is that even a word? Grid access? Yeah, I guess so. So axis plural is axis, if I'm recalling correctly. Is it? Axis? No, not that axis. Damn it. So yeah, and yeah, right. With E is plural. Okay, so grid access and then the body. Am I doing that right though? Let me just try it. Destruction bind, maybe list print name. What is... Oh yeah, okay. So I am doing that right, which is weird. Okay, so then last of that thing, right? Last version forms. 2. Okay, so now we got those grid access, and then let's just return body. Alright, now it compiles, but says what? Oh yeah, it was a summed function. Okay, so what if I not just even call that, but just do macro expand, or probably, yeah, let's just call it. The real call is unbound. So what? Okay, probably I should have done just macro expand then. Macro expand. Row print call. No, that's not how it's supposed to work. God damn it. Yeah, probably I would even have to have a very complex parsing of this thing, so probably I just want to make it as simple as it gets, right? So if I put that into that thing into the parentheses, right, it would probably be simpler. So I can go back to body, and then I can have separate things here. So like initializers, let's call it initializers, and then grid access, right, something like that. And then I don't need this destruction, then I just print that and return body. Oh yeah, and body should be body. Two-star warnings, what the fuck? Oh yeah, defined but never used. Okay, so what if I macro expand that? Right, what's going on? Print. So it printed those which are grid access, which is correct, and then it returned this, which is body, but yeah, probably I should use progan, because that's not how it's supposed to work. I definitely should use progan. I forgot the syntax again. Is it? Yeah, I think it is comma and then ampersand. Oh, yeah, this at symbol. Okay, so what it would do? Yeah, now it's better, and then yeah, this would do. So this thing actually should be loop, and then yeah, the size of this grid axis should be 2, but then if it's not, I have to kind of loop over it, right? And then oof. So I could just assume that this grid axis contains 2 sublists to like access, and then I could make more universal macro which does not make such assumptions, and just yeah, probably I should do that more universal thing, but that would be harder. Because for every such thing I would have to insert extra loop, right? So it smells like reduce. It smells like reduce, so I can do what exactly? I can do reduce. I mean, do we even have reduce in Common Lisp? Yeah, we do. Alright, so what does it? Which arguments does it take? Function, sequence, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the function and then the sequence. And what does the function take? The binary operation function to combine the elements. All right. Okay. So this would be just the extra case for the first, like for the very first loop, right? And I probably can even do that with a later addition. Can I though? Loop. Yeah, probably I can't. So, what do we want here? We want to reduce. Just remove that. I want to reduce the grid axis, but probably the reverse of grid axis. We want to reduce that with some lambda of what?
Combine the elements, must accept as arguments 2 elements of sequence. The result from combining those elements of action will accept no arguments. Left associative. I mean, initial value is supplied. It's logically placed before the sequence, before the subsequence, and included in the reduction operation. Yeah, so the initial value would be the empty list. No. I mean, isn't it nil by default? Yeah, probably it's not. Right, so we are going in the reverse. So we want to add to this list. I mean, again, what is the order of the arguments for that function, this functional argument? Self accept, blah blah blah, the give function, blah 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 blah. Right. Initial value. Append. So it takes this list and then appends this. So, oh well, I could just do a test in REPL, right? So some lambda of a and b, and let's just print a, and then I don't know, and then return sum of a and b, and then let's reduce 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first argument would be 1, and then 3, and then 6 for some reason. And then if I print b, 2, 3, and 4. And if I specify the initial element, initial value, was it? Yeah, initial value of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the b is the actual elements of the list, and a is the current value. Okay, awesome. So the current list, let's call it, and then the second one is access. The current, yeah, whatever. So reduce. Okay, right. So what do we gotta do here? We gotta append to this list. Yeah, now come to think of it, probably have to have as initial value, I gotta have a list of do and then the body, because it would be the innermost loop. Right. Okay. So initial value and then to that thing. So that would be something like do print 42, and then to that list I gotta append those clauses, right, for row or something. So like for row. God damn it, how did I do that? Oh, this V mode is just fucking killing me. I mean, I just accidentally hit 9 and then here you fucking go. Alright, for row do, So the only thing missing is loop. So can we also have that? Loop for row? Yeah, amazing. Perfect. Just how it should be. So we append loop construct, and then we have the current access, and then we have the current list. I'm not sure that it would work correctly for the next iteration, or probably it would. Let's just have a look. Let's see how that works. Right, initializers here, whatever. So let's macro expand. Let's macro expand this. Okay, so loop for row of type fixed num blah 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 up to 42. Loop, yeah, I'm missing the extra list here. loop for blah 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 blah. But otherwise it looks okay. So I guess I gotta just wrap that to extra list, right? Like that. Dun, 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 and then, yeah, here we go. So let's see. Okay, loop for... Okay, what's going on? Loop for row of type fixed num from 0 up to 42. Again, the nested loop for call of type fixed num from 0 up to 2. Do print row, print call. Okay, that's almost perfect. The only thing, I have extra list here, so I gotta just take the first like value from here, and that would be almost perfect. Dun, 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 dun. So just for the sake of test, let's have another like access, like for z, like from 0 to 3, whatever. Ooh, so loop for row of the fixed num from 0 up to do. I'm missing do. Am I? Yeah, I am missing do. Value do body. Right. So I gotta just append it, or like prepend to the list here. So like cons do, and then this thing, and then I don't need do here, I just need a body. Right. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, now it's even nicer. So, loop for row blah 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 from da da da, do loop blah 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 for call blah 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 blah, up to do loop for z from 0 to 3, do print row, print call. Amazing, just perfect. The only thing that I'm missing here is initializers, right? So I gotta like insert it after the loop here, right? Yeah, right. So how do I do that? So I got that list, and I got I probably could mutate that. It's not really nice, but well, I'm not entirely sure how can I make it the other way. So yeah, the problem is that I have like the list loop like for whatever, and I want to insert some list like with like I equals whatever. So I want to insert it in the second place. Okay, so I gotta open cookbook again, about lists this time. Lists, home, data structures, lists. Okay, so I gotta insert it to the second place, but I kinda still want to keep it intact, right? Yeah, I'm still mutating the list. It's not very nice, but well, it's common Lisp, I can't do that. Push, can I use push? So if I store that to variable, parameter, rubber. So what? Why? How? The fuck? Have I all of a sudden forgot how the parameter works? What the actual fuck is going on? Not in a mREPL buffer. Duh. So, god damn it. That is just plain weird. And I'm just getting sloppy. The parameter. So the parameter name, initial value. So why should it be bound previously? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, I forgot the letter E here. My sloppy typing. Yeah, awkward. So yeah, what if I do push, but yeah, thanks mate. So what if I do push, but push item place. So what if I do push to, okay, so first of all rest of rower, right? And then if I push 42 to there, so what happens with the initial rower? Yeah, that works. So I can probably push the whole list, or could I? So let me see. Yeah, like with r equals 1. So yeah, it's not really nice. Because now, yeah, they are in parentheses. I don't want that. Push append. So I want to kind of mutate in the version of append, right? And conc, yeah, recycling equivalent. And conc. So let's see. I finally needed it. I'm gonna see. So I believe something like. Let me just change it back. So nconc like this list here, and then rest of rower. So now rower is, no, it's not working as I expected. It's not even changing that, right? Must be a list. Change the list. Oh, probably I should set f it, right? I should set f rest rower to this thing. Oof. This is getting messy. So now, yeah, now that works. Ooh. Okay, so let's put that to a variable then. So, like nested loops. First produce and the current list. How do I rename that better? Current. Yeah, let's just go with current. So the current list append loop access. Yeah, reverse grid access. So this is now in this variable nested loops. So now we want. Yeah, now we want nconc. If you do nconc rover 1 to 3, then you don't need to set f. Oh, you mean if I reverse those? Let me just try that. The parameters, so nconc rover. So yeah, I probably want the rest of rover. That's the issue here. So then this list. So what would happen then? With a rover loop 4 whatever with, yeah, it's kinda on a reverse. It's kinda, yeah, nicer that it doesn't need setf, but now the order is incorrect because, well, I need with r equals 1 here before that stuff. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, I mean, if I rest, then yeah, just the same. Okay, so yeah, I gotta setf, then setf rest rover to nconc this initializers with what, with the rest of rover. Oh yeah, not rover but nested loops. Nested loops, nested loops. Okay, we setf that, and now we just return those nested loops. Okay, that's it. So let's see. Wait, what? Destructive function and conc called on the macro argument initializers. Oh, so is that a problem? the macro argument initializers. Huh. Yeah, let me try and Google that. About generalized value on Lisp. Wait, what was the text called on a macro argument? Damn it. Destructive function and called on a macro argument. Yeah, I mean, probably it is an undefined behavior or something, changing the values that go from macro, but I'm not changing the initializers list, right? Oh, and it is failed, so interesting. So I mean, I'm not changing that list, am I? Let's try that. Let's try this experiment again. So let's put now this thing to another variable, like with r equals 1. And now let's try do that thing with the setf. So setf rubber, you can see this thing, init rest rubber. So now the rubber has the right. Well, it is as it should be, but now init. Oh, init is also changed. Well, if I'm setfing the things, couldn't I just do append then? Yeah, what if I call append here? Yeah, probably I should just try it first with this toy thing here. So init, and then what if I set f rest rubber to append init to rest rubber. Yeah, it kind of works, and yeah, it does not change this thing. So I believe that would do the trick. So let's have a look at macro expansion of that thing. Where was I? Where was it? Yeah, here we go. So we got this call of this macro, which is kind of nice. At least that's what I'm thinking. And then it macro expands to this loop with data equals 42 with layer order 1 for row blah 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 blah, do loop blah 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 for call blah blah blah, do for z blah blah blah, print row, print call. Amazing, that's just what I need. So yeah, it's not probably the best macro I ever wrote, and probably I wouldn't need that anywhere else in the code, but still it would make my life a bit easier here. So I want to just loop that grid right at some point, probably here. So loop grid, so then some initializer, probably I would start with nil, and then yeah, now the rows and the columns. So I gotta start with some number and then I gotta finish with some number. So what should that be? From row max 0. Yeah, I also mixed up here the logic of deciding what are the viewport, what is the region, and which tiles I should draw and which I shouldn't. So that's also not very nice. So let me just start with a trivial and kind of simple code. Let me just try and draw everything. So I gotta start for row of type fixnum, of course. Fixnum. Wait, where am I getting those indices? Where am I using those indices? So let's see, I got row and call colors. Oh, double float. Ouch. So yeah, aref data row call. Okay, what is data though? Oh yeah, titled layer data. Okay, alright. So I basically am rewriting this bit with my new amazing macro. So yeah, in initializers, I probably... Wait, layer count, length for layer. Yeah, look grid, so I probably want that here. This grid goes over every layer. So with layer order, with the ground layer flag for that specific layer, with the layer data. Oops. So with all of that, we go with for row of type fixed num from, well, 0, I believe. Wait, how am I building this data? Data, row count, call count, make array, list, row count, count. Okay. Length in, make array, list, width, address. Okay. Virtual binary stream. Wow. Right. Bit times. Sort of. Wow, that's some amazing stuff is going on here. Instead of set f rest, you could do replaced, but it's arguable which one is more readable. Yeah, I mean both are a bit terrible. Set event. So what does replace do again? Replaced. I just Google that. Yeah, replace. Cons object replaces the car of the cons with object. List 1, 2, 3, 4. Replace. Okay, so let me just have a quick test. So if I do replace this thing with yeah, let me have again those things here for the test, and then if I do replace what exactly? Yeah, even pronunciation here, replaku or raplaku, replakda or raplakda or replakd or raplakd. Weird. Okay, so this, whatever this pronounced, some list uno. Yeah, so I should do that on the rest of the router here. Something like that, I believe. So if I look at that again, oh, it's not exactly with, yeah, I think I changed the wrong thing. So let's try again. It's a crazy name, yeah, exactly. So replace it rest router and then with init, right? So what now? Look for with yeah, not exactly following how that works, because the examples here are with improper lists. Replace driver append. Oh yeah, with the append. Yeah, and exactly, it looks like the setf rest. Yeah, okay, let me have a look. So parameter in that init. So if I replace the router with append init to rest router. Oh, and it even returns the whole thing, right? Yeah, it does. And of course it changes router. Yeah, it would be nicer. Thanks, mate. Let me just redo that. So replace it. So here should be what exactly? The nested loops. Nested loops, and then we append initializers to the rest of nested loops. And then we just return the thing, right? Yeah. Okay, so if we macro expand the whole thing, where is it? Loop with data 42, layer order 1 for row, blah 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 blah, do loop for call, blah blah blah, do for yeah, awesome, thanks. That it gotten a bit nicer. Right, so back to our regular programming. So for row from 0 up to, I'm not sure, up to what? Up to the size of that thing. So let me add another initializer then with rows equals to, so this is array, like 2D array, this data. So how do I get the size of that? From Lisp to the array. I reckon dimensions or something. Oh, the arrays dictionary. System class array. Make array, blah blah blah, point array. Ref. Row major aref. Yeah, I kind of forget. List size of the array. How to create a multi-dimensional array. List blah blah blah, make array. Length. So if I kinda call the length on that. Oops. Length is not of type sequence. Makes sense. Understandable, have a nice day. So how do I get its size though? Size. The total size of array. Make array 6 the times list ref. I mean, god damn it. Fill pointer, blah blah blah. No, dynamic to the array. Yeah, multidimensional arrays. So size array rank. What? Array dimension. Array dimensions. Yeah, that's the thing. So of make array 2, 3. The list 2 and 3. So I gotta, I guess, just destructure it here. Oh, I reckon you could destructure with loops with, but I can't quite remember how. I reckon just with a parenthesis, is it? So loop with AB equals list 1, 2. That works. So then with rows and calls, I guess. It's important not to mix those up. Yeah, so what am I using here? Make array length in, nope. Make array list row count, call count. Yes, so first is rows. Okay, so this is array, what was it, dimensions? Yeah, array dimensions. Yeah, of data. Right, so those are my initializers, so up to rows. And that's the first axis, and then the second one for call from call, or well, from 0 up to calls. Okay, we have it. So now goes the body, and then yeah, okay. So let's get this bit here. Tile set, tiles, tile index. So I gotta get tile index somehow, and a lot of closing parentheses, right? Yeah. One more, and one more. Alright, so what do we got next? For do let tile index. So the tile index is this thing. Okay. Oops. So we don't need do here. Let tile index ref this thing unless 0, which means if we do actually have a tile in this layer at this specific row and call, then we gotta draw it, right? So let me just move it here. Oh well. Right, so one let blah 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 add sprite index to batch. Am I clearing those batches? Yeah, I do. So what's next? Sorry. So add sprite index to batch. Tile set. What is? Tile set. Okay. But that's not all of the arguments, isn't it? Oops. Yeah, I believe it's not. So the next. Yeah, entity and then order and then index and screen X and screen Y. Woo. So entity we got here, then order, and then what's next? Index, screen X, screen Y. What's index? Dun, 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 dun. Oh. It's interesting. So this is an entity, right? This is order, I believe. Oh yeah, tile index minus first ID tile set. Wow, this is complicated. So this is again, what is it? So the entity and then the order and then this is the index. Right, and then goes what? And then goes screen X and screen Y. So this is to do, and then screen X and screen Y. And that's that. So let's just set 0 as order, and then 0 and 0 as screen X and screen Y. So that I can just try and compile that. Some missing parentheses again. That's weird. Alright, so if I compile that, nope, constant 0 conflicts with this asserted type double float. Oh, for order, I believe. Okay, what's next? Variable defined but no used. Style warning, this is not a fixed num. This is not a real. Relation successful. For style warnings. God damn it. Well, those warnings from SBCL always were quite cryptic. This is not a fixed num. Well, what is not? This is not a fixed num, null. That's not a real null. Not helping. fix num nil. Okay, let's just try and start it. I mean, it would fail most miserably, but let's just try that. Yep. Invalid index 100 for simple array fix num. Aha. So I'm out of bounds somewhere. Yeah, probably instead of up to I should use 2, right? Not exactly sure though. Yeah, probably I could have not restarted the whole thing. Yep, invalid index still. For simple array fix num 100 hundreds. Row from 0 to rows. So I believe it happens with this aref, right? And row and call to rows and to calls. So is to inclusive loop for e from 0 to 10 print I. Actual fact for I. Oh yeah, do. Yeah, it is inclusive, so how can I do it not inclusive up to no, but below something? No, I've forgotten this as well. So where is this loop iteration mapping? Loop iteration mapping. Maybe replace 2 with below. Yeah, below. That was what was I looking for? Thanks. Below. Yes. So from 0 below rows. Okay. So it wouldn't be working still. But probably we would look some funny garbled output. Yep. Oh, here we go. It's on the very top. And it is kind of working, I would say. As no, it's not. For some reason it kind of draws here. Oh yeah, that's the thing that is below some stuff from below, right? Yeah, and it just draws it here for some reason. So yeah, so now I gotta just properly calculate those screen X and screen Y. But right now I'm just way too tired, so yeah, I'm gonna rewrite this horrendous, huge method later on the next stream. So yeah, at least I've started, and now there is a road ahead, and hopefully it would fix those problems with coordinates once and for all. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for help in chat. So if you want more, return next Saturday on the same time. And if you speak Russian, there would be another Russian speaking stream on Tuesday. So look that one as well. Yeah, thank you. Right, yeah, the render code is dirty. Right, so take care and goodbye.